Good afternoon, dear students, and welcome back again. Today, we have a new unit, which is unit number 49, Ask Me Another Question. We'll be working on exercise A. So the objective is revising the English sentence order and the English question order, when it comes to words. So in this exercise, we're going to put words in their correct order to make sentences. Okay, now the first thing that I want you to pay attention to is the first letter in a sentence or in a question. It has to be always a capital letter. Okay? Now, let's work on this example in our following steps. So, Mark plays tennis on Sundays. Mark plays tennis on Sundays. Here, we're going to see what is the nature of every word in the sentence. So, Mark, what is it? Is it a verb? Let's see that. Mark is a subject. The subject is the doer, the one who does the verb. And plays is the verb. Then tennis is the object. And for the abbreviation, we write S, that stands for subject, and V for verb, and O for object. So this is the natural order of any sentence in English. Subject, verb, object, SVO. About the word on Sundays, it's not a verb, it's not a subject, it's not an object. Of course, in a sentence, we have to have one subject, one verb, and maybe one object or more. And for on Sundays, it's an adverb of time to show time. Okay, now working on the same example, we're going to see the questions that we can make. So the first one, it's by adding the auxiliary verb does or do. The normal one is do. Do Mark play tennis? But as we say, with he, she, it, we're going to add es to do. So it becomes does Mark play tennis? But if we have the subject you, we're not going to say does you, but it's do you. Okay, now the auxiliary verb is always placed before the subject. So we say, does Mark play tennis? Do you observe that Mark played tennis? In the question, we still have the same order of SVO, which is the subject, verb, and object. There are other words or auxiliary verbs in English like have, can, should, and so on. Now, the second type, we have when does Mark play tennis? When. So when is a WH word. So the second kind is WH questions. Examples, we have when, where, what, who, and how, or how many. We place them again before the sentence. And of course, we have to use the auxiliary with WH questions. The third type is, okay, Mark plays tennis on Sundays. Mark plays tennis on Sundays? This is my question. The change that we have is the question mark at the end and my voice. Perfect. So the third type is called the intonation question. My intonation or my voice becomes on its top. So Mark plays tennis on Saturdays or Sundays, doesn't matter. Okay, now we don't change anything except the intonation and add in the question mark at the end to the same statement or to the same sentence. Okay, now that's about the natural order of the English sentence order or the English question order. Now let's practice with exercise A. Look at the picture that we have here. So the boy in the blue t-shirt is Sam, and the woman is Miss Page. Miss Page is Sam's English teacher. In your opinion, or look carefully at the picture, what are they looking at? They're looking at, yes, this is the question. So they're looking at a helicopter on a laptop. This is the laptop, and inside it we have a picture of a helicopter. Now the boy Sam doesn't know this word in English. Look at Miss Page's black disorganized words and her question. So we have the word this and what. We want to make a question from these two words, and the result is what's this? What's this? As you see, the word that comes first is the word in a capital letter, which is what with a capital W. That's why we place it in the first place. Okay, now you're going to do the same for number 2, 3, and 4. You start with a capital letter that must be in the first word in your question or your answer, okay? Take your time. If you have finished, we can correct. Let's do it. So, number 2 is sorry, I don't know. Someone can say that we can say, I don't know, sorry. That's correct, but not in this case, because we have to pay attention to the capital letter. So the word sorry comes with a capital letter. It means I'm going to place it in the first, as the first word in my sentence. Okay. What about number 3? What does Sam want to say? Let's see that. His question is, or his request is, can you say that again, please? So we start with the capital letter, which is can, the word can, which is the auxiliary. Then we have subject, verb, and the object. And since it's a request, we have to add please to make it more polite. So, can you say that again, please? Sam, in number 4, wants to ask another question. What is it? That's it. It's how do you spell helicopter? Again, I start with the word that comes with a capital letter, which is how. Then I have to add the auxiliary do plus the subject, verb, and object. You see, we always work in this order. How do you spell helicopter? Okay, now let's read this conversation between Miss Page and the boy Sam. By the way, the name Sam, it stands for boys and girls. So what's this? Sorry, I don't know. It's a helicopter. Can you spell that again, please? It's a helicopter. How do you spell helicopter? Helicopter. Helicopter. Okay, thank you. Sam mentioned the word sorry, or he says sorry. Do you know other ways to say sorry? It's a word that we use to make our request more polite and nicer. So we can say sorry as we can say pardon, or I don't understand. So these 3 ways, if you would like to hear something again, but you haven't fully understand it, you can say it. Sorry, can you repeat that, please? Or pardon, can you repeat, please? Or I don't understand, can you repeat, please? Remember these 3 important keys. Okay.